Yo, it's Joe, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be continuing Calamity, Exandria Unlimited, episode 2. This is going to be part 3, I believe. So, yeah, guys, I'll be taking notes as always as I watch, but if there's anything I do miss, as always, please leave it in the comment section. Stay tuned to the end for my thoughts, and let's see what this bad boy's about.
Fuck. Okay, we have to go get more. I
need yarn.
Go.
I know.
We have to go find the magisters. I need to know where it's taking my energy.
Your Eminence, it is the eve of the replenishment, and of course we could make it happen. But is there a chance that this can wait? No. No. Fantastic. I will make phone calls and connections, and we will make things work and happen. I'd like to get on my sending stone, and put a call in. Well, I feel like we should probably just go find Paisha.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you two are going to go find Paisha. Who are you leaving here with the astral lay right? Which, again, miraculously works. It worked. You know that the thing you have dreamed of is possible.
Oh, I felt the heartbeat of the cosmos.
Yes.
Even better. I was about to
but
give her a call.
I think
Turned off the radio.
I turned off the CB radio.
But the thing is, right, at that point in time, like the people who are there, right? Not to say that these people are, trustworthy, like Layerin and Nidus are the most trustworthy individuals to just hold on to something like that. But even if they were to like leave it with one of like the taxmen or the other automata that are there, or what the hell was the person's name over here in my notes? Dweomer, I think is how you pronounce it. Dweomer. If they were to leave it with them, even, who knows what could happen. I would personally want to keep something like that on me at all times, is what I'm saying, if possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send your text, girl.
So
Okay.
I think you each go to like your ring of masks and play each other at the same time. I want to go to Xerxis really briefly. Who flies to, and then we will bring the party back together. But Xerxis, you arrive at Excelsior Plaza, where you see the Herald's Tome. It is a revel here. You see that people are partying and laughing, huge major images. You see that there's a bunch of professional bards casting huge illusions and music playing in the square. People are drinking and making merry. Life is good here. And you see that there is the headquarters of the Golden Scythe, the vault and everything else.
Arrived a little late, but
so I'm arriving to where?
To where you think Nidus would be. I'll say you just walk in and see Alessander Kairos there, who you recognize as one of Nidus's most trusted. And you see he goes,
"Oh, sir, it's a pleasure to see you."
Yes, pleasure. Where's Nidus? I need to speak to him right away.
Funny story.
Give me an insight check.
Alexander's persuasion isn't plus 16.
20.
you see what had happened was
Yeah, exactly. His little candle.
Yeah, his little head candle.
Look over here.
You watch a man whose whole job is keeping account ledgers feel suddenly very frightened. Not of you doing anything, but you know the look people give when they feel like they're about to be in trouble. Yes. And he goes like,
Well, it's very funny. Who knows the guild?
I completely encroach in his space, and I put my hand on his shoulder.
Solid intimidation
I give
tactic.
a gentle tap, actually.
Yeah.
And I say, my friend, there's no time for this. It's urgent business. The first knight of Avalier is asking you, where's Nidus?
Ooh, and he hit him with the third person. He's like, listen, remember who you talking to, and remember who was asking this question, brother. You might want to be a little more truthful and forthcoming with the information. I remember one time, little tangent, I had somebody do that shit to me when I was younger. I was probably maybe 18, 19 years old. I was working somewhere, right? Dude wanted like a deal on something because the price of the let's say the item that I was selling was not to his liking. It was a little expensive. Dude comes up to me and he just does that, right? Encroaches on my space, and let's just say I understand all of this very well at this point. I know what's going on. I know these techniques very well. All right, let's just say that. So, dude does this to me, grown ass man, right? Damn near. Well, I want to say maybe like I think that he was definitely much taller than me. I'm a short dude. I'm like 5'4". I know this is really tricking your eyes, isn't it? But nah, I'm a short dude. I'm a short king. Dude puts his hand on my shoulder, right? Yeah, you might want to lower that price a little bit. You know, cut me a little deal. I look up at that man. I'm like, no, sorry, sir, can't do that. And I give him that look like, bro, if you ever put your hand on me again, I'm fucking you up, and I don't care who's here. He was like, sorry, I just thought it was worth a shot. And I gave him a look like, nah, buddy, nah. Don't ever do that shit again. Like, I made it very known between two men. Granted, I was younger at the time, but still, I gave him that look like, bro, don't ever do that shit again in your life. And this dude, mind you, was like, not like the most regular. He was like sort of regular to the establishment. I never saw this guy ever again after that. And you might be thinking, oh, you lost out on a nice customer, on a nice sale. Listen, brother, I don't need anybody's handouts. I don't need any of that shit. I will do just fine with one less customer. And yeah, that's happened to me once. Not a good time. Don't recommend you ever do that to somebody that you're not sure about, because I was about to let all decorum and professionalism out the window in like 5 seconds. Don't ever do that to somebody unless you're Xerxis and the first night of Avalier.
And I'll leave it totally up to you. You can give persuasion or intimidation, and the intimidation would not go wrong. It's not like you're intimidating him like I'm going to hurt you, but there is a pressure from above coming down. For sure. So either one of those.
I'm not the kind of person to try to scare somebody. I think it's a persuasion.
Okay, go for it.
29.
Damn.
Damn.
Wow.
He looks at you, and you see he goes, first night, the Guildmaster Akira is with the Architect Arcane within the Meridian Labyrinth.
How long ago did he leave here?
You see,
Snitches in this city. Can nobody keep a damn secret?
on a 29 persuasion, no.
Yeah, I was just about to say, bro, on a 29, absolutely not. You're done.
He says, the Guildmaster is within the Meridian Labyrinth. He has taken a
That's crazy too, because that's one of his most trusted. But even still, bro, that's
recused herself.
Hey, he's not the best at lying.
You see, he says, first night, I should warn you of something.
I'm already gone. I'm already jumping back onto.
You take us. Yeah.
He was about to spill more beans.
I jump back onto Tempest and I go like. I soar up above the city.
Yeah.
To get like a bird's eye view and to try to process some of this stuff that is kind of happening. The stuff with Pervin and trying to find Nidus, and I look down at the festivities and all that chaos that I had just seen on the ground, just to take a moment away from it, and I take a breath. And then I head over there, and as I mutter to myself, I hate this place. And I go to where he told me where Nidus was.
How dare you?
You fly to the Meridian Labyrinth. The Meridian Labyrinth is... I'm going to ask you for an investigation check, if you'd be so kind.
It's called a labyrinth, not a hallway.
I think at this point, too, I know that I'm heading into territory that's above. Yeah. A5. So here's the issue, right? 5 is not great. So legitimately,
5 is not great.
5 is not great. But legitimately, here's the thing: you are able to walk through the Meridian Labyrinth, like You do not get lost on a 5. This would probably repel and entrap you, but you wear the emblem of your station. And the truth is, as much as Laren likes to keep secrets, I imagine she also doesn't want the city's biggest warrior to not be able to come protect her very delicate machinery in case shit pops off.
She knows a lot of shit and has given you very
Smart.
detailed maps. Don't come down here. It's dangerous, but also if I'm in trouble, please come help.
So you are joined at the gate that will lead back to Pacia's. You find them in a antechamber. I don't think you're near the heart right now. I think you are probably a good pace out from the heart. But Nidus and Laren, question: which of the automata do you bring, if any? Or do you leave them to safeguard or continue working in the heart?
I want to leave everything up here.
If Dweomer is capable
Yes.
of, then of course.
I trust her.
You turn to
okay.
leave and see the silvery Aormaton nod farewell and look up as these 4 massive steely constructs without any facial movement gaze down at her. She says, "All will be well.
Oh yeah?
My lady, may I offer you my most sincere congratulations on the realization of something that has never been."
I don't think all's gonna be well for Dweomer. I can't pronounce that name. I don't know.
Be back soon.
But I don't know about all that.
You walk out and you hear the footsteps, the thudding footsteps of Xerxis in full plate, and you guys arrive at the gate that will lead back to Pacia's.
Hey.
Oh, well,
Hi.
brother,
Dad.
you came to find us.
Yes, I've
What
been
do you
looking
need?
for you. I couldn't find you.
Yes.
We need to come together. What's...
Huh?
Do I get a sense of any of this?
Yeah, I look like a
It's gonna
kid.
absolutely be deceptions and an insight. Right here. A million %.
Oh, it's a natural one. That's fine.
I'm not even there, and I can feel the shiftiness.
Yeah.
An 8. Inside check?
Insight.
I'm still
got an
clutching Evandrin's locket.
Deception?
Deception.
30.
Oh my god!
Okay, so
Damn.
So 8. So on an 8.
Nidus is nice like that, but I'm telling
you
you,
see poorly concealed
definitely
tear
fits his
lines on
character
Laren's
for that,
face. She didn't get them all.
him keeping things
And
close
she is
to
clutching
his chest, so to
a
speak.
locket that you know was given to her by Evandrin, your husband. You know that she and your husband were dear friends prior to his return to Avalier and becoming first knight prior to you. However, I will say this: as you notice, Laren is in a state of deep emotion, and probably multiple of them. Before you can get a beat on any of them and do your intense first night grilling, a fucking juggernaut of a 30 deception check comes wheeling in, and I'm gonna say the force of Nidus' personality completely directs the rest of this scene as Nidus moves in. What does Nidus do as you hear that from Xerxis?
Xerxis, I'm sure there are many things that we need to come together and speak about. Laren and I needed to come down to collect a few items before heading back up to meet everyone. I deeply apologize to the group.
No need. I understand. There's a lot. We all have many responsibilities.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's time for us to come together, Laren.
Yeah.
And I approach Laren, and I just, I kind of catch the little bit that you have missed.
Thanks.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Hey, look at me. I'm here for you, no matter what you need.
Thank you. I need to talk to you.
Let's get everybody together. There's a lot to talk about, and we're running out of time.
Laren,
Yeah, I'll say.
another first knight of Avalier in this very chamber once told you, "I'm here for you, no matter what you need."
Yeah.
You move through the gate, and the party assembles at the Palazzo Porco.
Nidus just has this like sunburn of where the light is going through his fingers.
It's so beautiful.
I think you're the first person in history to shout that at a magical phenomenon and live, right? It's glorious! Oh, I'm totally fine. Okay, great. Good.
It's funny because I did like as you were describing, I was like, oh, it doesn't seem like it would be that loud. Like, but it's funny because then you realize in all those scenes it probably isn't that loud.
Yeah.
We hear a musical score, but for them it's probably just like, oh shit, it's bright. It's so bright.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's just yelling because it's like, oh, the visual is loud.
Yeah, you're shouting over your own soundtrack. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Incredible. You arrive back now. So, question to Pesha: do you think you would go to the Ivy table, or are you like the party's still very much going on? I would say, as a time check for all of you, it's probably about 10 p.m. right now, right? So you know, you're still not even over Kath Moira yet. There's time to do stuff, but like traveling and doing stuff and talking and all this has taken a little bit of time, right? Do you think you go to the Ivy table, or are you joining somewhere more private?
Yes, I think at this point it has escalated, and I want something even more secret, private. So I kind of like a question to you as well, DM. When the 8% of energy was sucked to teleport a
The
little toy
good suck.
boat to another dimension.
The big suck.
Rude.
I don't like Did we sense that? Was there like a little dip in the lights? Was there, you know?
I would say,
Come on,
everybody here, give me
guys.
either an Arcana or a Perception. High DC.
At least I'm not the only one who was,
Perception.
you know, thinking that.
You know what's higher.
Bueno, lindo. Oh, it's a dirty 19.
Dirty.
I mean, it's a natural 19 for a 32.
Damn.
Wild.
32, and then
26 for Arcana.
26,
15.
15,
14.
14. For you, so on a 20,
You can see an ultraviolet. That's why.
there is no obvious blip. The lights don't go out or anything like that. However, the Eyes of Avalier undergo a rigorous training to just feel magical auras and presences. And a couple feathers on the back of your neck stand up like you just walked into someone's aura, right? And on a 30 what? 32. On a 32, this accompanies feelings. This is the exact feeling you get when the city arrives at the intersection of two or more ley lines and switches directions. Which you know you're coming up on an intersection, but it's like it's not yet. So it's the feel of a big spell engine kicking up hits you, and you don't know what that could be.
Another event in a long list of things that are a little fucked tonight.
Somebody's
Precisely.
salty.
I'm just saying.
Busy night.
You want a cracker?
Oh no.
Oh, you want a cracker.
Do you have a cracker?
Have we moved into the double Ivy room, or like where?
As we walk up, I kind of flick my fingers a little bit and trace a little arcane symbol, and you see the lights dim a little bit in the foyer, and some colored lights start to fill the room, and like dancing spectral, almost like fireflies, and a wonderful dancing water show starts happening kind of in the middle from the gardens, once again further to just put on a show to get people to look over there.
Yes.
Love it.
Nice.
As we slink away, once everybody, I can sense that
Nice
there's
little
no eyes
misdirection.
really tracking us.
Yes, truly, you have ensorcelled everybody here. The show is so captivating, and you all adjourn to the Ivy table with everyone totally enamored of the spectacle of the evening. You have safety, security, and silence, and are reunited.
Laren,
We did it. We did it. The astral layrite is up, it's functional, and it works. It works.
Truly, it's
You saw this.
magnificent.
With your own eyes, you saw this.
What's that thing?
This is the first I've heard of this.
Yeah.
What's that thing?
Yes, what is this?
Oh God, where to begin?
And can we move things along? It's 10, and the beverage ball starts in about a half an hour, and it's something that I'd really like to get to. It's
The beverage ball.
you don't go to the beverage ball? Oh, it's
In my early days, yes.
some of the sort of elite mages get together and they surprise each other. They turn, they bring chalices that have all been enchanted, and they can all turn one liquid into another liquid, and they just sort of trade them and surprise each other with what drink is it going to be?
Secret
Is it
Santa
gonna be mayonnaise,
kinda,
or is
but
it gonna-
Trying to tell you
Mayonnaise?
that I've mastered interplanar travel.
Mayonnaise? Oh, I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. Drinking mayo? Come on, bro.
mayonnaise, or
I'm
is it gonna...
trying to tell you that I've mastered interplanar travel for our entire city, and you're gonna talk about a fucking juice bar?
Yeah, brother, we need some. Sorry, sister,
What
we
is
need
this?
something good
What
to
is this
drink.
interplanar travel
It's
thing?
it's
The next great
it's the ball.
moment in Avalier's history is what it is.
The bow. The bow.
Yeah.
That was the last piece. I needed something from another plane. And it's attuned and it's attenuated and it works. And there's a problem with the energy. I need to speak to some. You are your site warden. You work for the Magisterium. I need to talk to them. I need to know what.
I gotta give credit where credit is due here for Aubrey, man. Ever since episode 1, her method of acting is very, very good. She really puts herself into that role, and she's able to pop in and out pretty well. Now, I don't know if this character is the kind of person or has the personality, I should say, that is more in line with her personality in real life, but either way you put it, she does a very good job of like right here you can feel the excitement of being able to, you know, tell everybody, hey, this works. And you can also fear just like you could feel the nervousness and kind of like the fear of like not knowing where this is gonna go. Like she's excited, she's stoked, but at the same time, there's the fear of the unknown, and she doesn't have everything under control. And for someone with her personality type, and I'm talking about the character here, normally when things don't necessarily go according to plan, and when it comes to something this big as well, it can kind of cause them to freak out a little bit, which is kind of what we're seeing. But again, Aubrey does a fantastic job. They all do, but I really wanted to give her credit because I think out of everybody here, she's able to pop in and out of character and emote, and even with the inflections in her voice, and like everything is just so well done, and it's pretty damn polished for being, you know, on the spot, off the cuff. So yeah.
You work for the Magisterium. I need to talk to them. I need to know why. They changed something. The Arboreal Calyx came recently. It's 120 years old. It's new, and it's pulling my energy, and I don't...
Can you just sort of back up and dumb this down for us? You
Yes,
know,
please.
when you talk like this, I lose track so easily. It's just please, simpler words.
Could I try and recite to you what it sounds like you've said, that you have secretly developed a way for Avalier
Yes.
to travel to another plane
Yes.
The entire city.
as a city?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's stupid to waste your time trying to become a god so you can ascend to another plane. If we can just all go there, then there's no gods.
It's the only thing that truly separates us from them.
They're not special.
Here we go with this shit. For $1, you could have seen this early and gotten these other perks too. So become a member for just $1. It's worth it. Oh, I can't wait for that shoe to drop on these guys, bro. I can't wait for the shoe to drop on these guys. I can't wait for just a being that's probably not even a god shows up and just starts whooping their ass. Ooh, I can't wait.
That truly separates us from them.
They're
I'm
not
all about being
special.
confident in your skill and, you know,
What's wrong with
knowing
this plane? Why
your
can't we just be
abilities
here?
Nothing, but why are
and
we
being
limited to
comfortable
this
with
planet?
that. But this
plane's great.
is crazy arrogance from
Everyone's
everybody.
happy and successful, and
Bored. Look at this distraction that they entertain themselves with.
I think it's lovely. Did you see the fondue?
I did. I saw it all.
Promise of Avalier was of exploration and knowledge gathering and growth, and I have dedicated my life. I've sacrificed so much. Others have sacrificed so much so that we could do more and learn more and
What
not.
do you expect to find if we were to go there?
I don't know.
Knowledge.
Did you know about this?
What plane?
Yes.
Any.
Oh,
Speaking from experience, other planes aren't that great.
I know you're from the Feywild, but we could.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all don't know,
Imagine an
bro.
immense amount of resources.
And y'all are too arrogant to
Knowledge,
keep that
power,
humble ass just
progression.
idea in the back of your
You're
head.
simply limited here. The only thing that makes the gods what they are is that they have access to a whole
You
nother
see the eye roll?
arcane
for them.
potential.
For Paisha right now.
I have it on good authority that Aor is working on a weapon, something deeply destructive. I will not allow them to supersede us in any way.
I also want it to be known that I think that Marisha's killing it. I think that everybody is killing it with their role. Don't get it twisted. I'm talking about the characters. Everybody here so far has been killing their performances and really embodying their character. Okay? I want to say that before anybody gets the idea for a second. If you don't know me and know how I think about all this stuff, yeah, I'm not one of those people that looks at a character that I don't like and then looks at the person playing the character and doesn't like the character. Come on, man. Like, we're too damn, like, we adults here. We grown ass men and women. There's no need to be that immature. I am talking about specifically the characters that I don't like, but they've been knocking their performances out the park. That being said, I want Paisha to get the biggest ass whooping of her life.
You knew about this as well?
Yes. Yes, I did.
And you?
Of course.
Am I the only one who didn't know about this?
I didn't know about this.
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to keep this from you. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
It's also much more glorious to boast when you've achieved something rather than watching it fail and disappointing others.
Be careful not to boast so soon. An achievement like this, once you start to tell people about it, then it's going to make us a target.
Absolutely.
You have seemed distracted of late. I commend you on escaping my eye.
Thanks. I'm sorry. This is my life's work. And it worked.
Worked. You mean you know it will work?
No. I have sent an object into another plane. I
Yet they're
came
all
here.
still so cocky.
There's a problem only with the arboreal calyx takes its tithe, that stupid bit of energy we owe to the druids down in Cathwera. But it took more, and I don't know. I just have this feeling that either it's taking energy for someone or something that we don't know, or I wasn't privy to, which is bullshit, or it's some sort of stopgap.
It's not bullshit. You don't know everything.
Someone else from attempting apotheosis.
Magisterium is quite
Oh
wild.
boy.
Long withstanding handshakes for people who are long gone.
Yeah.
Shuffled off of this plane. What good is loyalty to a dead person?
This can't be a coincidence. We need to catch you up.
What, did I miss something?
Too many coincidences.
Lots of them, yes.
I felt something, an arcane pulse. It's not my thing.
It's not my thing.
Vespin Chloris, the archmage who disappeared in Vasselheim, he presented himself to me in a private room through a mirror and said that we would not make it to the Wild Mother's embrace.
When? I was gone for like 20 fucking minutes.
You're always
sometimes-
gone at the most important times.
Okay.
Ooh.
Listen,
I want to do this right
personal-
now.
It seems like it's
my wings kind of reach around.
Dave.
Kind of just
Let me go.
Let me at him.
All I'm saying is, you're so focused on your own thing, as magnificent and monumental as it might be, but there's something going on in the city right now that actually matters to people, and you're just concerned with your invention, again, whether it works or not.
I go over and I pull a goblet off of the shelf behind a little mini bar in this room, and I walk over and I say, "Here, it makes whatever cocktail you want."
That's fire. Who needs to go to the ball?
Moira Cosmo.
I understand. Perhaps before we do that, though,
Fully kill him.
I'm gonna need help in connecting the dots.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
a bit concerned that this was able to succeed. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. But the timing of it, mixed with our approach, and Vespin making himself known, does that not strike any of you as...
No, that's horrifying. I thought he didn't exist anymore.
And the warning that came with the Matron of Raven's champion.
Oh, the guy with the dog?
Yeah.
Vaughn.
It was a wolf.
He was like,
Yeah, get it straight.
Ooh,
That
bad things
wasn't Sarah. Okay, that was Travis breaking out of character for a second. It was a wolf. All right, it was a fucking wolf. All right, don't you ever disrespect the wolf.
Vaughn.
It was a wolf.
he was
Chats,
like,
put that out there.
"Ooh, bad things are coming. Ah, your
just bad
naivete.
things.
Ah."
Yeah, not just bad things, bad
worst
god
things.
things.
And your dreams. We cannot forget that as well.
Who else knows of your accomplishment? Who else knows of your secret project?
Yeah, who else have you told besides me and us?
We truly meant no disrespect.
You are the literal mouthpiece of the city.
I can
And
keep
you
a
can barely
secret.
keep your dick in your pants.
Oh,
I'm not
man.
convinced you were gonna keep a world-changing technological achievement.
You have no
fucking
idea.
secret.
You have no idea what secrets I've
I wonder
kept.
why they're divorced. I
For
don't get
you.
it. They seem to get along so well.
Sure. Be vague, and I'll just be faker. We have other things to do right now.
And you see what I'm saying about the dissemination of information? She's very right in her,
Deception. 32.
I don't know, description of this guy. Damn, that deception. Damn, bro. They're rolling some crazy numbers.
Deception. 32.
Oh my god!
But it fits the character.
You rolled like a 2 on the dice.
Here's what I'd
That's
like now. Hold on one second. Luis, give me an insight check.
Oh, God.
Remember, I
10.
have my ring as well.
Ooh, shit. Everyone's got stuff to know stuff.
Everyone's got stuff to know.
Yep, somebody in the comments also. Well, a couple of people in the comments, by the way. Like I said, I read most of, if not all of your comments. And yeah, y'all let me know that the whole thing about, what was that, episode 1? When the Dean of Necromancy, I forget what they said, but something was said and the ring glowed and everybody was like, oh. And I was like, what? So a ring glowed. What? Why? Why is that important? They told me that. Yeah, that's why it's important, because it glows when someone is lying.
Shit. Everyone's got stuff to know stuff.
Everyone's got stuff to know stuff.
Deception check. This deception check was not necessarily for a lie, but rather just for something else. You, I will say this too. At the Ivy table, Sarah, you see the hallway that leads off to that like small chamber where that body was left. as you guys begin to put the pieces of this all together, it's very challenging because there's so much going on in the replenishment, even under the best of circumstances. With the addition of these, Sir Ilarez's dream, with the completion of the astral ley rite, and the finding that like this against all odds, this apogee solstice, this particular convening of the spheres would see the possibility of a shift in the ley lines themselves, make the impossible possible for one precious moment. There is the matter of this infernal body in the other room of Vespin Chloris, the connection with the strange dream, the arrival of Pervon. All of this is leading up to something. And then there are other things that haven't yet had a piece of yarn put to them yet. Yeah. The shuddering of the Hall of Prophecy, strange Mila's friend showing up and asking for a favor that shouldn't have known about it. Now,
Mila's friend,
the Ring of Silver taking an active interest.
Mila's friend. Did I put that person in my notes? Mila's friend. Low-level mage who was unknown by Paisha. Oh, this is the person that was like invited to the party, right? That nobody really like knew, right? Something like that, right? Am I wrong or right with my notes? Let me know if I gotta make adjustments on that, guys.
In this case, Avalar's a big city. The Ring of Silver taking an active interest in this case. Avalar's a big city. There's a lot going on that's a problem, even without all being a conspiracy. But there is much at stake here. As the six of you sit at this table, coming into an awareness both of this revelation and then this very disturbing new information, you have time, as strange as that sounds. The apogee solstice will occur tomorrow. Whatever you're going to do needs to happen within the next 24 hours. That's your window of opportunity. And again, if you miss that, it's important to say, if you miss that window, it doesn't mean it never happens. It just means that it goes back from being possible to theoretical.
Oh, jeez, in 24 hours?
24 hours.
Damn.
Possible to theoretical.
Bryn,
Yeah.
Damn.
I was just gonna say, would I know just from my history with the library behind me any more strange instances on when the ley lines and the planes are this closely aligned?
Give me a history check with advantage.
With advantage. Just fucked my knee.
I thought that's what that sound was. It's just pure death and rage right now in your head.
At the edge of the table.
Ooh, that's rough.
22!
That's rough.
You remember the first time someone explained apogee solstices to you. It's a woman that you knew as a child. You don't remember her name anymore because nobody does.
Oh my god.
You are fucking kidding me. You learned it from her?
Right, that's right. We learned it from watching you, Mom.
I don't know this. All right, so is this something y'all got to fill me in with? Possibly, because they all seem to know this character and I do not. So yeah, let me know, guys.
Mom.
Mom? A beautiful woman with raven hair who was one of the greatest wizards you ever met once told you what was possible on a given apogee solstice. The last time these solstices, there was an apogee solstice. There was some shifting of the ley lines of Exandria. Ley lines, again, for those here, I think you would all know this. They move around the meridian of Exandria. They are terrestrial by nature. They're the lifeblood of the magic of a world. To create and even hearing the name of the engine, an astral ley rite, something that could take something truly of the world and move it to another dimension. But it all comes together when Laren's talking about what's possible, because at an apogee solstice, if the ley lines are shifting,
anything's possible.
anything's possible. The woman who told it to you mentioned it because there was, she said she was working on something that in a few years' time might become possible. Apogee solstices occur about every 120 years.
20 years. Okay.
Well, it seems we...
Working on something that in a few years' time...
Well, it seems we need to come to a consensus with regard to what is important and what needs to be done, and what, of course, we can move to in when we feel comfortable and have time to do so. The Vespin Chlora situation is of course upsetting, but I'm not incredibly sure or clear on what we can do about it.
Sure, I can see that position. My concern, again, only looking on the outside from the knowledge that you've gleaned, is that the timing of it. This person trying to replicate what the Matron of Ravens was trying to do, and you creating a device that is taking advantage of this layrite.
I would declare I made the layrite. I'm taking advantage of the solstice. Yes. Thank you.
Right.
I mean,
That.
I'm not
I
listen.
That.
I'll also have a small nitpick here for Loquacious and Xerxis. As Sarah has just said, Vespin recreated the Matron's ritual. You know that's not true. He didn't recreate
No.
it.
yeah.
Yes.
It's a slightly different ritual,
Right.
but ritually.
Yeah,
the same.
ritually.
Look, this is the time for people to make something happen, and we cannot be foolish enough to think that you're the only person that had the idea to, at this very time, take advantage of the magical energies and the thin veil between these realities. Others are doing that as well, and we've been warned about Vespin and what he's done, and we know that it has to do with the betrayers.
I want to celebrate as much as the two of you, but I also don't want your moment to be spoiled because we have been unawares of interested parties coming in and taking us out from underneath.
Celebrate after, bro. Celebrate after.
They're here.
Okay.
So we know that something is amiss, and we know that something is coming for us, and we know that other cities are creating weapons. And I congratulate you for your beautiful achievement, and I share that ambition and that wonder about those planes.
Of course, I'm not saying it's not a beautiful thing.
But I'm put off by this so-called champion of the Matron of Ravens, who's come here to warn us and couldn't even utter the words of the betrayers. Because he was scared. And that is precisely why I kneel to no god. Because the second you kneel to one of them, you kneel to them all.
Wait a minute, buddy.
Something is here. It wants to threaten us. We are the Ring of Brass.
I mean, I fuck with it, but you know, let's not get a little too carried
wits.
away yourself here.
Gather your courage, gather your strength, and do the job that you know you need to do because this city needs us.
Xerxis, can I implore you to set a guard outside of this room, and can I show the rest of the Ring of Brass this room?
And as you say that, Xerxis is continuing this like monologue, and you can start to feel. You start to feel his blood boiling, and all of a sudden, each one of you start to feel almost a simmering of your own blood, as if it starts to like, if passion and rage could be contagious, which I believe it absolutely is, you're starting to feel it invade you and start to simmer and make your blood boil, and then it expands out of you a little bit, and you see this like cosmic dust start to swirl around you.
What the fuck?
As you gain 19 temporary hit points. I'd like to use this as my inspiring leader, baby.
Oh, fire. Okay, that's a dope little inspiring ability there.
19. That's a lot of HP. That is almost. That is.
Something's upon us.
14 temp HP amongst 6 people.
And if it's coming, I say let it come.
Hell yeah, brother.
I would like
True first night.
I would like to get your eyes on this room, the body. You have the knowledge of the arcane that I do not. And I would like to also go back to my offices at Cloudstone, re-examine Vespin's room, his items, see if there was anything else that we missed, and maybe I can bring those items to you, not just the bow, but perhaps something we didn't pay close enough attention to.
I'll help you however I can.
Can I lead them over to the room and ask for a guard?
Go to the room. You guys can absolutely just get a guard posted this room. You know, Pasha has people that can be posted up. You guys enter into the room, see this dead body, see the cracked mirror. I'm gonna you may roll Arcana, you may roll History, you may roll Perception, Investigation, whatever you want to roll. The best results will come from a religion check.
Okay.
Cool.
+3.
Is this all of us?
All of you. You're all in the room. You can all.
Also, just saying, handled that with a with just a melee weapon. I didn't need any.
I just rolled a natural 20 for my religion check.
Let's go. This dude is killing it right now.
Oh my god! That's
Beautiful. Yeah, that speech was fire, man.
realness.
Pally Daddy!
So.
He didn't even need that inspiration right there,
Do the
brother.
rest of us need to roll anything?
Yeah, I know.
No,
Like,
just
we're
close
really
down
ready for
that.
Yeah, honestly,
Can we close on that nat 20?
If you want to it's a handling check or
Let's ride
something.
that.
That's what I would do. I'd be like, hey, he got the nat 20. Let's work with what he gets.
Right across the net.
1,000,000%. So.
Oh God, no.
Oh God, no.
Too tired.
So you all enter the room.
See the lighting change, by the
Everyone
way.
starts looking. There's stuff to glean here. You can read some of this infernal. The mages of this place can find different stuff. Xerxis. Orange irises and bloodshot eyes. You look into the eyes of a dead man. Runes everywhere. You hear in your mind. It's not a comforting feeling. Nobody likes to feel like they're dreaming when they're wide awake.
Oh shit.
Oh, God.
Bro, he's speaking Slytherin. That was so good, dude.
You
Yeah, fucking Gordranus
see the
again.
infernal on his body, and you see the exposed injury. You're a healer. You know how you have lay on hands. You know what it. You're one of the only people here that can cure disease. So you know that if this man was still alive, that his body would be riddled with tumorous growths all throughout. And they're coming from the things that he has carved into his flesh. Infernal runes. Clerics have fallen out of vogue here in Avalier. What does it mean to draw power from a deity? It's complicated. What is the clerical version of a wizard's study? We all know that clerics draw their power from their gods, but if the gods want power, why wouldn't they just grant their most powerful spells to any and all of their followers? Why are some clerics stronger than others? It's not arcana, it's not history, it's their wisdom. As clerics grow in a deeper understanding of the facet of reality manifested by their deity,
They can
they
understand
become
how
more aware
to.
and attuned
Yeah.
to those forces within the world.
Makes
and
sense.
can wield greater magics. There is a limit to what is safe to grant a follower. But now, what if you weren't worried about keeping your followers safe? You look into this man's eyes, and a term floods into your mind. It's a term in infernal. It means puppet. It's a human so devoted to you that it's not even worth magically dominating them or charming them anymore. They just let you into their soul. And The word is Knauf. It's a word that hasn't been spoken on Exandria since the foundations of this world. The man you are looking at became a cleric of a betrayer. And he became a cleric of a betrayer looking at the speed of these growths maybe a little over 2 weeks ago.
Is that a long time? Like,
what would you do
or something like that?
if you came back to the world after a long time away and nobody worshipped you and you needed to make some moves real quick? This is a mortal man that was forced to understand things that he was not ready for.
Oh, shit.
Because his master didn't need a servant. He just needed
He
a
needed
puppet.
a puppet, yep. Yep. Damn. Damn, that's fucked.
Xerxis is processing all of this and seeing the wasted person.
That's like some
devoted
eldritch
to
shit,
who
bro.
He was following and consumed by that devotion that was taken advantage of. He just kneels and traces the wounds with his finger and just spends a moment on those tumors and takes a closer look. Is there anything about that? Nothing is more familiar to me beyond what's been described. I've not seen this like this before.
This is all unfamiliar.
I'm going to point out the runes to those that are of an arcane understanding. I don't know if it's worth copying them down or understanding them better, but this is what I see has happened here, and I explained to them what I saw.
I've already copied them down, and you see kind of like thin, thin, like wisps of light kind of pour out of the runes and into the orb that is constantly floating around Paisha.
Very troubling.
2 weeks ago is when Vespin Chloris attempted his ritual, correct?
Seeker?
Correct.
He succeeded. We need to proceed as though he was successful.
He was successful.
He succeeded with what? Bringing...
What?
Not ascending.
No.
Bringing back...
Some sort of betrayer god.
Yes.
We were locked away.
I don't even know what the betrayer gods are. Do we have a running tally of these fellows?
Yes.
What are they for us? Are they're like,
They're betrayers.
yeah, they're just like like
They're not here.
from history.
Yeah.
From history. Well, they've been sealed away.
Okay, great.
I mean, you live in an age where the prime deities walk Exandria openly, and their brethren. I mean, the schism is your creation myth, or not creation myth, but the myth following the creation. You know that what happened was there was a time in which the prime deities, in a world of strife and chaos, sought to give divine magic to their children, to mortals. And the primordials that had existed in the world, the elemental titans that had existed in the world prior to the arrival of the deities, who, before the schism, there was not a distinction between prime deity and betrayer. No betrayal had happened. There were just the gods and the primordials. The gods fractured when divine magic was granted to mortals. The primordials rose up to correct that imbalance, and the betrayers joined the primordials against the cause of mortals.
In an effort to rule out
Damn, man, you guys in the comments did a really good job of like
somehow
breaking that down in a single
manipulate
fucking comment because
access
all of
for
that stuff I was like,
betrayal
yep, and I'm right there with them. Like,
Do
yeah,
we know in
thank you.
history, are there any instances
I'm not lost
of
at all
one of
right now.
these gods breaking through into this plane, even if for a short time before being pushed back? An instance, an incursion.
I'm going to improvise an important piece of canon right now.
Fire.
No.
Yeah. Or so much so that it's rare.
The prime deities were so thorough in sealing the betrayer gods away that the betrayer gods were not able to grant spells.
Damn.
The betrayer gods, the worship of them was completely fruitless.
Damn.
Yeah, nothing. You got nothing, even if you wanted to.
There's one more thing I want to do with this body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to trace again with my finger the runes.
Don't touch it.
And as I'm touching it, I'm going to on occasion infuse it with divine energy. I'm going to just spend a point of lay on hands on occasion, not to heal the body,
Yeah.
but to connect.
What are you worried about? You're down there making engines.
As I trace all of those runes.
What does he mean by connect?
Connect.
You sure we'll find out? Okay, yeah. About to find out right now.
I don't know what it means for someone to become as lost as this man was, to do what he did, to seek for who he sought for. But you're a man with a lot of questions. And I think that you understand what it's like to feel lost.
Damn.
The eyes close, and this body, at least, knows more rest now than it did in life.
Damn.
Having a moment. Gross.
I am of two minds. If we are amongst ourselves to admit that a Vespin Chloris succeeded in interacting with a betrayer god, it seems fitting that we either confirm this possibility by revisiting your reconstructed site, or we seek out some greater understanding of Xerxis' dreams by finding a prophet.
I was literally
or
just about to say,
better understanding
how?
what is going on with the Hall of Prophecy.
Yes, I agree.
I admit I am not wholly ready to give myself over to this idea, and would like to better understand what exactly we are potentially dealing with before.
Oh,
we
now
start
you
making
want to be
decisions from
fucking
a place
careful.
of
Too late.
truth.
Too fucking late, guys.
Just one. I don't have opinions. I just report. But just a theory to toss out as you were talking and you were talking. It's just a wild theory. I could be possibly totally wrong. But the betrayer gods can't come through. They're locked out. They can't get in here. They're stuck out.
Not necessarily,
right?
obviously,
So,
right?
And we know that
Not anymore, anyways, right?
this lady became the matron of ravens.
Yes.
So, and Vespin did the same thing. So, this betrayer god that Vespin has awoken or whatever wouldn't have to make the journey from lands beyond to get here, because Vespin would be the betrayer god. He would be here already. Doesn't have to go through any gate or anything, because he's gone through this ritual that makes him a god.
It's possible.
We would know. We would know if he had ascended, though. We knew when the matron of ravens.
How did we know?
Thought we had a feeling. We were like,
In the
Oh, there's one more.
in the blink of an eye, anyone who was standing in a temple to the previous god of death watched all of the names of that god be erased from the stone in front of them at the moment of her ascension.
But there is no knowing of the betrayer god, so there would be no one who knew if they changed.
Except here we have evidence of someone who was drawing upon their power and was receiving it, so the line of that is established here.
Loquacious, you're the one extraplanar person here. Give me an insight check.
On myself? I'm self-inciting?
No, I think you're inciting the world. world.
He's the was a what?
Loquacious, you're the one extraplanar person here. Give me an insight check.
Extraplanar. What does that
On myself, I'm self-inciting.
No, I think you're inciting the world.
I fucking love inciting the world. A 22, but if I fail, I can add a D4.
I love the offer every time.
Here you go. If I fail.
Roll a D. You won't fail because you're on a gradient. So roll the D4 for me.
Hit that.
Okay, 24.
24. You're sitting here. You're talking about like, did this ritual work or not, right? All of your friends. You have powerful friends here in this room who have very specific functions within the city. Right now, for being not human, you're thinking about human nature. You're thinking about the nature of all beings. The gods are impossible to fathom, sure, but if they have wars, if they squabble and bicker with each other, how inhuman can they be? If there is a puppet here, it's indicative of a conspiracy. And a conspiracy exists to accomplish something that has not happened yet. So I think that when you're saying like the ritual, something happened, I think on that insight, that powerful insight check, you're pulling on the right thread. Something happened, perhaps something terrible, but the apocalypse, if the apocalypse happened, you'd notice it. Something is at work, but not finished. That is what your opinion is.
The calamity is in the making.
Together. Sarah is right. An infernal cultist came to the palace of the Keeper of Scrolls in Avalier. But that cultist came to do something, which means that something needed to happen.
Mm-hmm. And what is that something that needed to happen?
He is saying that
Charmingly.
A lot snaps into place for Paisha as well. How the fuck did this motherfucker get in?
That's yes.
Is there like something I can do?
Was that not a fucking fear of yours initially? Because I immediately would have been like, how the fuck did this person get in here? As soon as Sarah and Xerxis were telling us, like, breaking it down, I think it was Sarah that was really saying, like, yo, so this is what happened. This is what I found, right? No, because even Paisha even knew because she heard the Gordranus when she was doing the mind thing, right? She heard Gordranus and the shit just fucking tumbled. So she must have known something was going on. And then when Sarah's saying, like, yeah, there was this fucking cultist that I had to kill, why was her first thought, how the fuck did any of this happen? Is there somebody on the inside that I don't know about? Because there's no fucking reason that something like this should have happened at this time. Like, it's way too close to home. And that, if nothing else, is scary because if a cultist could fucking sneak their way into something like this with so many powerful ass fucking people at this fucking event that everybody's at, you don't think that's a cause for alarm? That something worse, stronger, sneakier is coming through? Like, so that would have been my first thought. I'm gonna end this part here. All right, guys, so that was my reaction to the third part of episode 2. If you made it this far, please leave a like, maybe even subscribe, or consider becoming a channel member. If you've been binging a bunch of my stuff, you get early access to it as well as other perks. It's only $1, and it's more than anything just a way to show extra support to me. You just get a little something for showing that support. So think about it, look it up, see what you think. Anyways, I'm about to get into my thoughts, and if you're interested, here we go. So yeah, man, this ending was definitely one of those things where it really makes you think. I mean, I thought that kind of immediately, but what Paige is saying, how did this person come in, and what were they trying to do? Because obviously what they were trying to do, they were stopped from doing so. They had runes all over them, and apparently weren't they putting runes somewhere else or some shit like that? So obviously they were trying to do something. Sarah caught wind of them before he could finish it. What the fuck were they trying to do? And how did they get in? It's fucking crazy to think about. Now there wasn't too much like to find out in this episode. Like I didn't really take too many notes. I was just listening this episode because a lot of the stuff in this episode I kind of knew. The only thing that I took a note on was the Knauth. Just to keep that word in my vocabulary and just to keep it in my head if I had to look back at it. But other than that, everything else I kind of already knew. I was just listening to how the characters were bouncing off of each other, what they were saying to each other, and what they were able to piece together, along with Brennan's uh, lore dumps every now and then, right? And you know, again, what you kind of find out is that these people were so fucking cocky, right? And I feel like this is like a tortoise in the hare situation, where it's like everybody's so damn cocky that they can't even see what's going on right under their nose, and by the time they realize it, it's going to be too late. You know, the hare didn't think that the tortoise was going to win the race. It was taking a sweet ass time, no care in the world, wasted so much time, and then tortoise wins. And I feel like this is gonna happen to them, where they're just kind of like so fucking full of themselves that they don't really think. They think that whatever's going on, they can handle it, right? Sure, they're a little worried. This is a little weird, but you know what? We just need to figure this out. And once we figure it out, it's the easy clap, no issues. And I feel like with every answer they get, there's more questions, and they're just getting in over their heads, and it's only downhill from here. I feel like I don't like these characters. Part of me does still want them to win, but I know they're not, and it sucks because I feel like they so easily could, but they just don't. What else does this remind me of? This reminds me of, if you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, there's a character named Vegeta and a character named Trunks. I think I've talked about Vegeta before during this, but Vegeta is one of those people that beats the shit out of his opponents and is so arrogant, like especially when he's beating the shit out of his opponent. Oh, he's feeling himself, and he will literally let his opponent be like, hey yo, if you let me do this thing, I can reach a new height, a new power level, and it'll be a great fight. Matter of fact, I bet you won't be able to beat me. And Vegeta's like, all right, bet, go ahead, do it. And then sure enough, because of his arrogance, he lets this go on and progress, and lets this enemy that he's fighting reach this new tier of a power level, and he just gets the dog shit beat out of him. And he's got a son. His son is named Trunks. I know, funny name. But his son is the opposite, where he's like, listen, we have an advantage. We need to fucking do what we got to do. I don't give a fuck about none of this arrogant ass shit. This is real. Like, we need to take care of this. Yeah, this is a laughing matter, but let's take care of it while it's still a laughing matter. I don't need any worries. I'm good with handling it right now. And unfortunately, everybody here is taking the Vegeta route, and they're going to get their asses handed to them. I'm telling you. So sad. So sad. But hey, sometimes shit happens, right? I'm just excited to see like when we're gonna get like some real fighting going on, because it's been 1.5 episodes in now, and there still hasn't really been any fighting. So it's a slow start. But what's intriguing me is the lore so far. The lore is what's really getting me in there, like the intrigue and the mystery of the story, and the way that everybody's bouncing off of each other, and their acting is what's keeping me going. I do want to get into some sort of action though pretty soon. So we'll see when that happens. I know people have been saying like there's like when the action pops off here, it's going to be good, and I'm going to be in for a treat. So I'm excited for that. But until that time comes, I guess I'm just going to enjoy all this intrigue and this mystery. Anyways, guys, if there's anything I missed, if there's anything I don't understand, or that I'm like misinterpreting, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, consider becoming a channel member or subscribing. Have a good morning, afternoon, or night. Stay safe. Thank you all for your support regardless. Thank you for watching regardless. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.